TRKA grabbing hold of the direction that we were fearing the most. Let's go ahead and validate what could be happening for the following sessions. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with the TRKA technicals and raw price action thread of analysis on this happy Friday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, you guys, so we're looking at TRKA on the 4-hour chart here, and we were talking about yesterday the potential of a continuation formation, which is known as a right-angled triangle, or I'm sorry, a symmetrical triangle. Yeah, right angle too, right? So, no, actually, definitely symmetrical triangle. So in this case, we did see a potential bottom located right at about 1615, or the range of about 1757 to 1615. We were also noticing that we were just at about that breaking point to the apex of the triangle. Usually these breaking points are, the breakout points are usually at about 65 to 70% to the apex of the triangle, and it did realize that as such. Okay, so I wanted to actually bring up another chart to give you a more of a, a different perspective, right? So this is essentially the play that's happening now. With all the price action that's been happening, it just brought just immense clarity. Okay, so what we're riding right now is yet again another bearish formation. Okay, this was an ascending channel from the get-go, but now that we did get this upside and now this downside, we have formed a broadening ascending wedge. Okay, so the broadening ascending wedges are very dangerous because they do present the potential of continuing to the downside. The thing is here is that yes, while the dark side has hold of TRKA, there are multiple setups that are suggesting a rip to the upside in an unexpected time. Okay, which would essentially encourage a bear trap of such. Okay, so, and the reason why I'm saying this is, please remember, this is not me spreading any type of hopium whatsoever. I am just telling you directly how this is being set up. Okay, the reason why I'm saying this is because, first of all, please take a look at volatility versus momentum on the 12-hour chart. And this, my goodness, hold on just a sec. There we go. And please notice how oversold we are in the momentum oscillator. Okay, usually when we have critical volatility prints at very maxed beyond the 90% or within the 90 percentile, and we have this critical we have these critical lows here in oversold percentile, usually we get a pretty strong move to the upside. So if we now look at the daily is on its way to do that. Okay, so there are a few targets here that are in my radar. Okay, so, and let's go to the 8-hour so you can see what that looks like. See, the 8-hour is critically oversold, critical volatility. Multiple time frames will be near there. Okay, see what I mean? The 6-hour, the 4-hour, we have the bi-hourly. Everything is at critical volatility. Okay, so now as we go into the bi-daily, you can actually still see that the downside is very much pertinent and still suggesting a massive one as such. Okay, so if we are to respect what the 3-day time frame is doing, then yes, we would have a pretty substantial downside considering the height of where we're currently sitting, and considering that the 3-day candle iteration already started yesterday. We have 2 hours and 22 minutes to complete this candle iteration here. Okay, so and here on the bi-daily we have a huge bearish engulfing, right, from the capitulation that we faced on that dreaded day. So there's a few things here of concern. Okay, it's very confusing to look at this when we have an immense amount of psychology behind it. Okay, the sentiment is essentially what's driving this up or down. It's not the statistics, it is not the technicals, it is not the chart. It is definitely the people. I mean, it's always the people, right? But in this case, we are looking at a huge rug pull. Okay, so please notice that there is a setup here happening on the 5-day. Okay, and that's likely to take us, even down to about the 14-cent level. Okay, so it's or 15-cent level. Okay, so that's very possible. It is very possible. Okay, but if the shorter time frames realize their nature, then the target that I'm essentially looking at would be in respects to the triangle formation that we were looking at right over here. Oh, I'm sorry, in the previous chart, right? This here. This, on the shorter term time frames, this would be a massive area for a bounce to look out for, right between 1757 and 1615. Huge area of demand right here before a continuation on to the upside. Okay, but just to be as clear, I want to be as abundantly clear with you as humanly possible here. This formation, the bearish formation I'm talking about, the ascending broadening wedge, would essentially take us. I mean, the shorts are eyeballing this target right here. Okay, 1055. That's essentially where this can be taken. Okay, so I know that there's a lot of speculation happening with the CEO being dismissive and not talking to the shareholders, not sharing the shareholders, screwing everybody over. This is yeah, it's very terrible. So if you were around in the live stream from last night, you would have known that we were looking for this target yesterday, right? Of course, we still had the upside because this is a symmetrical triangle and it plays both ways, right? But please remember the likelihood of these triangles when they are being formed after a downside usually signal a continuation of the formation, okay? So yeah, guys, that's what I'm looking at for TRKA. Please refer to the links in the description below if you would like to reach out to me on Twitter or Discord, okay, you guys? Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be just fine, okay, you guys? But with that said, I wish you well, a very good weekend, and I will catch you at the bell on Monday. Adios.